Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're gonna get into the trenches and go back to doing that whole equipment thing, but this time we're gonna be in just red and white because Nahiri and her Resolve look like they might be pretty damn good. As a reminder, if you want to pick up any Magic cards or any of your nerd gear, check out CoolStuffInc.com. Big supporters of the channel, and you can even save money over there shopping with code DRAGON to save 5% at checkout, because Cool Stuff Inc. always has cool stuff in stock. Now, getting to this list, we're going to start with a Rabbit Battery. Not a surprise, but this card is probably going to be one of the things that fuels a lot of action. To just give extra things haste and an extra +1, that haste is actually really huge for a list like this, though. We are going to be playing some Citizen's Crowbar because it makes a body and, again, pumps our stuff, which is great. But it does actually allow us to get rid of enchantments, which could be huge, especially with stuff like ossifications everywhere, or even being worried about something of the white-green enchantment stacks in general. We're going to be playing Bard Batterfist because it's for Meriden and comes with the body. We're also going to do the same thing with Hex Gold Halberd for the same reasons. Though it doesn't get pumped, it does give something First Strike and Trample. We're going to be messing around with Blade Hold War Whip because Double Strike, and for Meriden, why not? Of course, Aster is going to be in here to help us find extra equipment and move our equipment cheaply, which is a very big deal. We're going to be playing some Nahiri's Resolve because that's what we were talking about in the opener, being able to remove your creatures, have them come back with +1, +0, and haste. Also remember that they automatically get +1 and haste whenever you play it, so that could be a bigger attack on that turn. Nahiri is probably going to be the best card in the deck. Being able to get just free equipment is awesome, or get access to extra cards, so we love that. And then we're going to have another group of cards we're going to be experimenting with that include the Automaton, because I want to see if it actually works with all these different artifacts in play. We also going to be messing around with Jor Kadeen as a way to just have another big attacker and to draw some cards. And even Sunfall to see if maybe, because we have all the equipment, if we'd be okay removing all the creatures if the board gets gummed up. So we have a few different things we're going to try out here. I think also the Glider may be getting an appearance throughout here. So we're going to try a bunch of cards, and hopefully by the end of the video, we'll have an idea of what the best version is. Speaking of which, if you want to see that list, it will be at the end of the video, because we're going to play a bunch of games. I'm sure we're going to learn some stuff. But if you want to get the deck list, you can get it in the description down below to take you to our Moxfield link, where we will have this list alongside all of our other lists from decks we played throughout the season. For now, y'all go enjoy those games. And I'll catch up with you in the back of the video, because boy, there's going to be a lot to learn. Oh boy. Okay, let's keep it. I mean, the reason is we don't really have anything we can play on 2 anyway. It's going to be a turn 3 play. So it doesn't really matter that this comes into play tapped. And if the opponent plays tap lands or something, I'd rather get a couple of points in here. Alright. Let's see what we can find. Thalia, that's going to make our deck very, very slow. But not terrible. Alright. It's going to be a good spot for Nahiri's Resolve if it's just against other creatures. We can just make big piles. Like, they can attack for 3. We're cool. I don't hate it. You know what? I kind of want to play this so we can start using this next turn. Actually, no, that's 2 turns away because of Thalia. Alright, let's attack with this. And then I'll go ahead and play this. Alright, end the turn. They can at least pretend to try to First Strike and trade with Thalia, though they might have another. Which wouldn't surprise me. Well, it was kind of like another Thalia. It's sort of the same. Do we just want to equip something here? I think we just go with this, right? Okay, we'll take another one of those. Put this on Aster and pass. All right, Well, we won't be casting Nahiri's Resolve anytime soon. Because it's going to cost 8 now. Yep. Sounds good. We're just kind of in the creature standoff phase, it looks like. We can put this over here, I guess. And pass the turn. Oh, well, now they're going to get to start digging, so this is not going to last long for us. Maybe I'm supposed to just quip up Aster attack. Maybe that's a thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nah, wouldn't be able to do that. Okay. Oh, the opponent just scooped. I wonder if their concern was that I was going to start attacking with double strikers. And maybe that was the thing. Because I was thinking, like, if we move this over, Aster could attack. They'd have to give up a minimum of 2 things. Well, more than that, because he would first strike some stuff down. So they either have to let it through and take 10 or just chump block with something. And then we play an equipment, and then we just try to play the other one, and we just keep doing that, maybe? And the double strikers were too much? Huh. Weird. I'll take it, but that's not how I expected that to go. I think we got to mulligan this. Alright, this is a little better. We're trying to play the Nahiri's Resolve, so I'm going to hold it. Even though that may not be the best thing. I probably could have got rid of Rabid Battery, actually. Held on to Aster. It's probably smarter. But who knows? Maybe this, I was about to say, is the mono blue deck, which looks like it is. So having some earlier threats could matter. Our threats may not be big enough to fight significantly, though, in this particular situation. Alright, this get countered. It does indeed get countered. Consider, sure. Well, didn't quite draw a threat there, so that's pretty bad. Opponent also doesn't have anything. Though they could have, like, Haughty Jin here, and now they can back it up. Nope, they didn't have that either. Okay, well. We'll try some things, I guess. Try to get in for more damage. Okay, that's better than nothing. Beats a sharp stick in the eye. Wow, their hand must just be all counters at this point. Because I just can't imagine anything else being correct here. Alright. I mean, I guess I should have done this first, but... Whoa, they didn't have a counter for that? Oh my! I could have got an extra point. I just attacked to see if they would do something. Sure. Like, this protects us from, you know, if they bounce all our stuff or something here. Okay. Alright. Do this. Equip, attack. Can't really do that. I think we just do this. Play this. See if they have the counter. Which is very likely they do. Alright. You know, we can just attack with everything, not even care if something dies here. We're just going to make more bodies than they can deal with. Yeah, because they take 8. We're going to leave some creatures behind. We're going to remove that, remove this, remove this. And then we get to do it again next turn. Alright. Sounds good. More things. Nahiri. Let Nahiri get in there for some action. Yep, there you go. Oh, lands that come into play tapped. You know what, though? Let's keep it. There's a chance we do something here. Not a good chance, but at least a chance. Oh, you got your whole pick of the litter here, opponent. Alright, so they chose that. Interesting. Wonder if this is a discard deck and they're worried about keeping the big 5 mana thing. Nope, there's an underdog, so that makes that a non-issue. Okay. Alright, they didn't want to block. I was wondering if they blocked, I assumed they would have like a Liliana, which would mean they could get rid of the Rabid Battery. But since they didn't do that, I'm not really sure what their plan is. Okay. Sleeper, sounds good. Sure, no blocks. Oh, that would have been cool if I had a land, but I don't. So, what's the next best thing? I guess this? Get in for some damage? Man, we need an untapped land next turn real bad. That would be super good. Alright, you got it. Yep. Oh my goodness, we missed. Alright. I mean, still gonna try. This is 4. What's their plan? It's a Shieldred. That will probably get us dead. Not drawing land along the way here was pretty bad for us. Yep, a little bit late. And doesn't leave us a lot of choices. So what can we do? We could do this. That at least gets us a blocker. Doesn't keep us alive, though, if we attack. We could always... I guess I have to unequip this. Kind of like the only chance we have here, I think. Yeah, I think if they just attack with everything, we lose. Because we have to block to stay alive, or we just die to Shieldred. Well, I guess maybe not. Yeah, because we'd have to block in a way that we go to 1. Well, actually, that helps us. No, because they go to 12 now. Gosh dang it. You know, if we got this to have the double striker, that's only 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that would not do it. Okay, we didn't get the land, so that's pretty hurtful. And there's really not a lot we can do here. I guess we just asked her. I mean... Sure? I mean, it's not really what we want, though. This is bad. This is real bad. I mean, if they even have one removal card, we're dead. Yeah, that's it. We're toast. Alright, yeah, we're dead. We were stuck on land for too long. We're gonna mulligan. And we will keep this. Alright, let's see if this is good enough. No clue if it is or is not, but I bet we're gonna find out real fast. One toughness is just so rough against red decks, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, you have some black mana, which means you've got spot removal of some kind. Ooh. Alright, we're attacking. Sounds good. If that's the case, let's go ahead and go with this. In the turn. If we need to, we can get a 3-power double striker if we're lucky. Nope, they had another Infernal Grasp, but we're only taking 2 points here, it looks like. So that's not the worst thing. That's actually okay. We can live with that. Play this tapped and might as well put this on something. Pass the turn. Alright, Commando put this down to 15. Are we willing to go to 11 here? I think I am. Mostly because I have Nahiri and I'm willing to gamble. Ah, we drew another Nahiri. Oh well. Alright, attacking. Oh no, we didn't get it. I mean, I would have wanted another blocker there. It would have been sweet. Would have been sweet. Yeah. They're going to attack us. We're going to take 4, go to 7. Nope, they're not going to even do that. Okay, that's actually good for us. I can move that over to Nahiri. And that's probably smart. So let's do that. Let's move this to Nahiri so we can get some extra looks up top. Wow, just lands. Okay. that's a thing that happened. All right. Do I even want to fight over that Nahiri? I don't think I do. I think we just let all that do what it's going to do, right? I can save this in case something like a Shieldred or something shows up. We'll just play a land, play the other Nahiri. Do I just put this on one? Yeah, I guess so. I'm just thinking like Nahiri being at 3 toughness, if that matters or not. You know what? I'm not going to do that. In the turn. I don't think we need to. Like, it makes Nahiri susceptible to more spells for no reason. The gain isn't big enough there. Takanuma, sure. Wow, they didn't hit anything. That's gonna do it. Okay, let's keep it. Alright, I guess we will start in with this guy. See how it goes. Y'all are probably hearing all kinds of fireworks right now. I apologize. I mean, if we can get to it, this is a game where Nahiri's Resolve might be very good for us. Assuming they're not playing Farewell, which they probably are, but, you know. Let's go with this. Well, let's just attack. In the turn. Let's see how this goes. You know, it's pretty tempting almost to want to just play Jor-Kadeen and equip it just to, like, encourage the opponent to try to do something. And then just try to make a bunch of stuff with the, and here he's like, okay, I guess we can kill that. I guess no Sunfall was on the way. So that's good news. Alright, attacking. Go ahead and play this. And equip it. Now if they want a Sunfall, they get rid of their own thing here. I mean, it could also just be Farewell, which is tough, but if it is, it is. Wandering Emperor, okay.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
Sure, you got it.
My judgment is final.
Oh, that sucks. That hurts. That makes us not real happy. Okay. So on the plus side, we can kill that next turn. I kind of want to equip and kill that now, but it's not worth it. We need to try to just get this down. No attacks. Remove both these. Alright, well. Don't see that too often, but there it is. I mean, might as well attack. I go to 17, you get a blocker. Maybe I even go to 16. So that's odd. The opponent didn't do anything on their turn. So we just get our stuff back here, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm wondering if they had a disconnection issue. Alright, I mean, I guess we use this, right? Oh, I have to play this first, so they have haste. Then I can kill that. Then attack the Wandering Emperor.
Years of training for this.
Move that. Okay. No, the opponent's still there. They highlighted their cards last turn. Even this turn, they passed the turn, so they didn't time out. So I'm not sure why they're not playing cards or not taking actions. But they definitely, very obviously, are there. Because you could see them highlighting stuff. Okay, I mean, sure. Alright, I mean, even if there's another Wandering Emperor, we still gotta attack here. Yep, Wandering Emperor. Probably just make a 2-2 and block here.
I hope you're ready.
Which would be the play, because you can make a 2-2, then another 2-2 and stop 2 creatures. Or you can make a 2-2, sacrifice your Wandering Emperor to exile something and gain 2 life. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this opponent and their connection, unfortunately. They're taking actions, you know, like we saw they flashed in the Wandering Emperor there, but then they didn't do anything with it. Possible they're playing from mobile and just not knowing how to operate the deck on mobile. I don't know. Maybe they just have a bad internet connection. I think we still would have won from the position we're in, but still sad that we won't get to see that. Because the opponent very well could still be at 7 here. You know, had they made a 2-2 and blocked. I'd have one less creature, but I'd be getting 2 back next turn with haste. That would be attacking for 7. But they could have made another 2/2 to block. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could have happened here with a different set of actions. Alright, well, the deck kind of did exactly what we wanted it to do against this particular matchup. You know, something that's mid-rangey or slow, you get the Nahiri's Resolve, get to make a bunch of bodies. Looks like it's just going to have an uneventful conclusion, unfortunately. Okay, that's going to be it. Okay. Well, we got equipment. That's good. It's just, can we do anything else along the way? It's going to be the question. Yep, no Nahiri for us. Is it Liliana time? Could just be cut down and a dude too here. We discard 2 cards and then make a zombie with Decayed. Sure, we can get rid of that and probably that. Sure. I'll probably be regretting this later, but here we go. Attack. In the turn. I mean, they know we have Rebel Salvo, so if they have another No Way Out, they might as well play it and then try to stick a Shieldred. Alright. That's legit. Sleeper. Sure. Play that tapped. Go ahead and attack. Actually, if I attack, I trade. You know what? I am willing to trade for that, though. I was about to say something. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm willing to make that trade. Alright, in the turn. You have a Liliana.
Enough with the
Yep. Alright.
Fine. I'll take my zombies.
Actually, crap. That was stupid. I should have killed the creature. Because then I could have just attacked Liliana anyway next turn. Because I'm not getting any damage through here. Alright. Oh no! Well, it's alright. We didn't have land for it anyway. So it didn't matter. It's whatever. Phyrexian Arena. Okay, cool. Can we end the opponent's life total? Well, you know what? We got to start by equipping. And I'm probably going to equip both of these. Because, you know, 7 damage. And only a land. I guess I should have waited to play the land, huh? Alright, opponent goes to 6. With all those extra cards, I can't imagine you have no way to kill a Nahiri. But I guess they don't. Wow. You know what? Let's keep this and see what we could do. We need to top deck some action, but maybe it's okay. Big maybe, but, you know. Ooh, against mono red, we might take the wrong time to gamble. Might not be mono red, though. Could be some type of sacrifice deck. Did not need to draw that other Aster here, though. That's tough. Oh, this is just vampires. Nice. Yep, that's a pretty good one. Alright, let's see what we can do. I mean, we might take a lot of damage here before we really end up doing anything. This could get a bit scary. No. Okay, that's kind of good news. Unfortunately, I don't have much I could take advantage of the situation with. Man, we just drew all the expensive things here. And if they're holding on to any removal, we may not really even get to do anything with the cards we do get to play. So this is going to be tough. I kind of would like for him to just sacrifice the Harvester here, to tell you the truth. So there's a chance these live. But it looks like they have actual removal. Okay, that's kind of actual removal. They can just fling stuff at it. Makes sense. Put the counter on Florian. Oh, I really wish you would have. I would have liked to save myself some damage. Alright. I mean, I know killing the Markov Baron saves us more damage, but also didn't want to give them free cards here when they're down to 1. But I think we're mostly dead here anyway. So I'm trying to think, like, I mean, we play Aster, gets probably a Rabid Battery. I mean, it's not great, but is that all we can do? And that's only so maybe we can get down in a Hiri alongside it if we draw something. But, like, yeah, this is tough. I mean, they can kill Aster, attack us first. I mean, if they have a kill spell, we're just dead. But if they use Harvester and attack us down to 8, or down to 2, there is a world where we could find an untapped land and play Danitha and not be dead. It's not a good world, but it is a world that exists. I guess though on that previous turn where I had the ability to kill... Oh. Yeah, we're dead anyway. GG's. We got nothing. Alright. This is probably about as good as it's going to get. At least for the early turns. Would have been nicer. I mean, yeah. With the lands that we had, I was going to say, even if we had a... let's go with this. Even if we had a Rabid Battery, we wouldn't have been able to play it. Terra Sunder, like it. I'm a big fan of the card. I can appreciate a good Terra Sunder. Alright, opponent's at 17. Dig up, sure. Gotta go find a land. Okay, the one found more red land. Interesting. I'll get rid of this one that's not equipped, so we don't have to spend any extra mana. And we'll attack for 4. Playing Halberd. And the turn. Okay, this is where we need to draw other things. Probably a Nahiri would be real nice. Invasion of Zendikar. Alright. Can we get enough damage in before Atali shows up? Alright. This is going to be quite a bit, so we can go 3. Put this on the double striker. Oh, it only costs 2. Yeah, alright. So let me do this. Oh, wait. Oh, that didn't actually add power. That's the other one. Gosh dang it. I was thinking it was the +1, -1 one. Ah, well. Alright, opponent's at 5. Invoke Calamity. You can play 2 things, sure. So I assume get rid of the double strike and make us sacrifice a token. Okay, that makes sense. So we just gotta find any of our bigger legendary creatures here. And we can just give them haste and end the game. Actually, anything, really, that's not that. So let's cycle that. Oh my goodness. Is this how we're gonna lose this? Brutal. Alright. Well, here we are. Opponents at 2. Man, this is hurtful. On so many levels. I have as many lands just about as the deck that went searching for lands. They searched with a dig up and they found lands with Invasion of Zendikar. We've done ours just the old-fashioned way. Oh, Life at Tashiro, they're going to gain life here too. Ah, man, that hurts. At least I'm assuming they're going to gain life. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, what else we got? Topiary Stomper. All right, we can kill that. So do they have anything else? They're passing. All right, we try to kill it. All right, and there's Aster. Ooh, goodness. Ah. Okay. Rabbit Battery's gonna go to work. Nice. Let's get that down and keep attacking. Harvester, you got it. That's an interesting one. We could do that, do that. Don't have much, though, if we do that. Huh. Let's do this. Grow the automaton. Put this over here. Attack for 4. Alright, opponent's willing to block. Fair enough. Trespasser, you got it. That's cute. Not what we're looking for here, though. Attack. I mean, sometimes Rabbit Battery really does allow a lot of things to happen. Come on, Shieldred, so we can shoot that down. Not a Shieldred, though they did discard Go for a Throat, which makes a lot of sense. Ooh, almost good enough. What can we do here? This would be 5, 6, 7. It's not enough. If we shoot that, discard that, maybe. Man, whenever it gets attacks, it gets +1/+1 for each equipped creature I control. So I guess we go for it. I mean, why not? They're discarding Go for the Throats at this point. Alright, that works. Alright. Kind of all we could do there. I'm assuming Breach? No, Chandra. Okay, I mean, we can kill a Chandra. It's going to leave a Rabbit Battery behind. They actually can't kill automatons. Because, actually they could if they want to spend the extra mana, I suppose. Sure. Actually, crap. I should have done that before they played a spell here. Alright, looks like they don't have it. That could have been a mistake. Because they would have still got to copy the spell for free. Alright, so if we play this, we can get this double striking. That's 3. We can make it 6, 7, 8. I think we go for that. All right. And get in there. All right, opponent's at 2. Can we finish them? Go for a throat does work and kill that. Trespasser gets them another life. All right. Does that do it? I think it does. Well, no, they could have another removal, possibly. All right. Move this over here. Mice. All right. That worked. Yeah, so there's an interesting thing here. I'm not upset with the deck. I think it's actually okay. But I would have liked for this to have a couple more of the like sacrifice artifacts deal 4, that thing. I say a couple more just to have some. Voltage Surge. I think that card could have been very good in here. It's good for killing planeswalkers. It's also good for, it gets like mono red, so you have a couple more things to do. Because really on turn 1, all you're doing is Rapid Battery here, if you actually get it. But the problem is, I'm not sure what else there would be to remove. We tried a lot of different cards throughout the video. Maybe a Rebel Salvo. But I think the goal would be to get to at least 2 Voltage Surges in here. I like the idea of Danitha, but unfortunately, I think Danitha doesn't cut it with the fact that a lot of our equipment just doesn't go to the graveyard, unless maybe it gets countered or something. Otherwise, we don't have much there. Now, I think there's some world where if we had Voltage Surges, we could sacrifice them and Danitha could equip them, you know, that whole thing. But realistically, I think overall, this is probably where we're going to be. This puts it back down to 60 cards. We were at 61 while we played the game. And like I said, we tried a bunch of different cards in and out of the list. I think this is mostly fine, though. Patchwork Automatons were okay. I think we have a lot of creatures in it. Well, it's 15 actual creatures. The rest is actual equipment. But we have, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Skipping those. 20, 23... those are resolves, and then 3 Nahiri. So we have 26. Even if we cut these, and I'm kind of okay with that, to be honest with you. I think if we cut the Patchwork Automatons, we play a couple of Voltage Surge. I think that could allow us to either go to a 4th Citizen's Crowbar or a 3rd Jor Kadeen. I think either of these would be more than reasonable and set things up pretty well. I might even go to an extra Jor Kadeen. I think having just a bigger damage creature plus something that can also draw us cards is probably pretty good. So yeah, something like this is probably closer to where I would play it if we're going to go for it. So let's go with 4 Rapid Battery, 2 Voltage Surge, 3 Citizen's Crowbar, 4 Barb Batterfist, 3 Hex Gold Halberd, 3 Jor Kadeen, 4 Rebel Salvo, 4 Bladehold War Whip, 3 Aster, 3 Nahiri's Resolve, 3 Nahiri Forged in Fury, 1 Iganjo, 4 Plains, 6 Mountains as a Kinzen, 4 Battlefield Forge, 4 Sundown Pass. I'm actually going to cut the Windscarred Crag, and I'm going to play 1 more Plaza of Heroes, so we have 2 Jetmir's Garden and 2 Plaza of Heroes. And I think that mostly works. I mean, we do have 3 Nahiri, 3 Aster, 2 Jor Kadeen. Don't know if that's enough, but it does also let us protect our creatures, which is kind of nice. And we don't usually need more than 1 red or white until like the later phases of the game where we're trying to move extra equipment around. So I think I'd be willing to gamble on that, all things considered. So yeah, I think this is actually pretty cool. And honestly, Nahiri's Resolve might actually have some uses outside of this type of deck, especially in a world where we're trying to dodge so many like Sunfalls and Farewells and things like that. I think it could be a real card worth considering. And if you have anything with Enter the Battlefield effects and all that stuff, you could kind of build around that and have a pretty powerful strategy. So I'm going to put some thought into this over the next few days and see if maybe there's something else we could do with the card, because I think it's actually really cool. But overall, the deck is playable and a little bit surprising. I do think you still can have some awkward draws at times because, you know, we don't have a lot of 4 Mirrodin equipment that actually pump our stuff. So that's a little bit tough. But outside of that, It actually was a lot of fun. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about just the swords as a whole. Not particularly the Sword of Fire and Ice, but all of the old swords look like they're still worth a ton of money. Some as low as like $15 to $20, but the upper end is about $40 on these. And I bring this up because if you are thinking about getting these, I would probably hold off till we see the set, or the Commander Master set, because when cards are in that price range, they become really good candidates to be reprinted. And we've already reprinted them once, because they do have some double Masters printings. And even with those, the cards still hold a lot of value. So there's a chance another reprint's coming, probably knocks them down about another 30% in value. And even then, they still might be kind of pricey because the packs they're going to be in are going to be more than normal as well. So this is a tough one, but I would wait probably another, let's call it about 3 or 4 weeks to see what is actually the next set before you decide if you rush out to buy these. Now, if you enjoy playing equipment decks and you want to see a whole different spin, I do have a Nihilist that was actually pretty cool, and Green brought some interesting stuff to the table. That's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.